Timeline of chemistry. The timeline of chemistry lists important works, discoveries, ideas, inventions, and experiments that significantly changed humanity's understanding of the modern science known as chemistry, defined as the scientific study of the composition of matter and of its interactions. The history of chemistry in its modern form arguably began with the Irish scientist Boyle, though its roots can be traced back to the earliest recorded history. I'm just reading here, this can all be debated. Early ideas that later became incorporated into the modern science of chemistry come from two main sources. Natural philosophers Aristotle and Democritus used deductive reasoning in an attempt to explain the behavior of the world around them. Alchemists such as Geber and Rhazes were people who used experimental techniques in an attempt to extend the life or perform material conversions, such as turning base metals into gold. In the 17th century, a synthesis of the ideas of these two disciplines, that is, the deductive and the experimental, leads to the development of a process of thinking known as the scientific method. With the introduction of the scientific method, the modern science of chemistry was born. Known as the central science, the study of chemistry is strongly influenced by and exerts a strong influence on many other scientific and technological fields. Many events considered central to our modern understanding of chemistry are also considered key discoveries in such fields as physics, biology, astronomy, geology, and material science, to name a few. So read about pre-17th century and prior to the acceptance of the scientific method. Read about how the Egyptians formulate the theory of primordial forces, perfume maker, elements, earth, air, fire, and water, love, hate, affinity, antipathy, elements, tetrahedron, octahedron, isosahedron, cube, 5 elements, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, citric acid, tartaric acid, transmutation of metals, distillation of wine, scientific method, fractional distillation, arsenic, silver nitrate, gunpowder, nitric acid, aqua regia, chemistry, scientific method, oxygen, chemical equation, law of conservation of mass, atoms, molecules, chemical reaction, pressure and volume, cobalt, carbon dioxide, fixed air, organometallic compounds, latent heat, thermochemistry, phase changes, hydrogen, odorless gas, dephlogistillated air. Nomenclature, volume of a gas, law of conservation of mass, stoichiometry, law of definite proportions, chemical battery, electrochemistry, Dalton's law, oxygen by volume, composition of gases, law of multiple proportions, atomic theory, chemical symbols, atomic weight, Avogadro's law, atoms with a molecular structure, carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, urea, vitalism, functional groups and radicals, Hess's law, acetic acid, absolute zero, tartaric acid, optical rotation, stereochemistry, analytic technique, spectrophotometry, petroleum cracking, chemical bonds, indium, thallium, helium, synthetic polymers, periodic table of the elements, periodic law of valence, law of mass action, Avogadro's number, single and double bonds, indigo dye, chemical bonding, optical activity, equilibrium of heterogeneous substances, thermodynamics and physical chemistry, free energy, entropy, ion electrolytes, chemical kinetics, purine, glucose and sugars, chemical equilibria, cathode ray, cathode ray, protons, coordination chemistry, noble gases, cathode ray tube, mass spectrometry, radioactivity, chromatography, nuclear model, Brownian motion, oil drop experiment, electrons, pH concept, atomic weight, electron cloud, X-ray crystallography, molecular dipole, quantum mechanics, Bohr model orbitals, atomic number, isotopes, mass spectrometry, valence bond theory, quantum mechanical spin and subatomic particles, chemical thermodynamics, acid-base reactions, wave-particle duality, exclusion principle, quantum numbers, uncertainty principle, hydrogen molecule quantum chemistry, crystallography, aromatic properties, fractional distilling liquids, electronegativity, petroleum, superfluid, nuclear fission, uranium, thorium, chemical bonding, hybridization theory, covalent bonding, ionic bonding, resonance, benzene, transuranium element, neptunium, nuclear reactions, neutron capture, nuclear magnetic resonance, organic chemistry, secondary structure of proteins, atomic absorption spectroscopy, quantitative spectroscopy, organometallic chemistry, DNA, molecular biology, ion transporting enzyme, sperm whale, myoglobin, carbocation, superacid, magnetic resonance imaging, molecular orbitals, asymmetric catalysis, hydrogenation, chiral transition metal complex, computational chemistry calculations, metathesis reactions, sharpless asymmetric dihydroxylation, geodesic dome, carbon nanotube, nanotechnology, total synthesis, Bose-Einstein condensate, quantum mechanical properties on the macroscopic scale. Read all about the timeline of chemistry, timeline of chemistry, timeline of chemistry.